Okay, this is a special one. This is a very special edition. I am calling it He Emotions. He Emotions. He Emotions is a space where men will gather, and women and ladies, of course. You're invited, just to pick up on a few pieces, just to try and listen in and understand. And you can give your comments and your views and etc. We don't mind. But it's mostly for the men. If you're a man and you're into your 30s or 40s or 50s, you sort of always have a brotherhood, like a bachelor's heart that turns obviously later on into a brotherhood for life. So I'm referring to the men out there, every one of you out there, in whatever circumstances you are, in whatever situations you are. It's just a conversation to pick up on life, to pick up on the challenges that we all go through, that we all know, to pick up on how you get by, how you get through things, and discuss and share ideas and share knowledge. And that's why this space is non-political, totally non-political. It's purely and entirely about testosterone, for alpha male. And as an introduction session, I just want to talk about different stages of a man, how we grow, the kind of challenges that we face at whatever different challenge, at whatever different age bracket, how we deal with those challenges, how people have dealt with them, what's the best practice. So we'll try and do as many sessions as we can, as time allows. As you know that everyone is busy, all of us are busy, we're all chasing paper, chasing dreams, chasing realities as well. But I'll try my best to keep doing a session every now and then. We want to talk about the hot topics in life. Obviously, finance is number one. How do we handle our finances? How do we handle debt? How do we handle our assets? How do we balance our dealings? How many assets do you have? How many liabilities do you have? What's the difference between the two? And what's your net worth? And how do you grow it? And how do you improve it? That's one of the things we'll talk about. We'll talk about spirituality. It's very key. How much you orient yourself towards God, and not just yourself, but your family, your community, your loved ones, the people you live with. How do you make sure that you're all in touch with your spiritual world and spiritual life? Okay. Sport and physical fitness, obviously, very key to talk about. Sport and physical fitness for all men, very key. We shall talk about that. We want to talk about relationships. What kind of men are being produced today? There's a lot of all this talk about narcissism, positive and negative narcissism. How who stands up for the man? These are some of the things we're going to talk about. We'll really delve deep into some of these hot topics that usually stand out there, and nobody really spends time to talk about the man and who stands up for the man and who really comes into the. You see, as you grow up, more and more you find yourself very independent, alone and by yourself, and many times you're even scared to pick up knowledge because it's construed as a sign of weakness. Some people don't understand it well. Nobody feels sorry for the man. You're supposed to pick yourself up and deal with the challenges of the world the best way you know how. And if you've not been prepared for some of the challenges of the world, then obviously you become chicken feed, you become somebody else's breakfast. So I'm hoping that this channel can help to enlighten or educate some men out there, especially the guys who are just coming up. You can learn from our mistakes and try and correct them. You can also tell us your own experiences and maybe share with us some of the things that you've gone through, and they can help us to understand how best we can all come up with this one formula that helps all men to live a good and formidable life. So first of all, I just want to talk about the fact that nobody stands up for the man, and that should not be a challenge for us. We're designed that way. We're designed to deal with conflict. We're designed to deal with challenges. We're designed for a world that is unforgiving, that is stressful, that throws everything at you. So whether it's relationships, whether it's debt, whether it's finances, whether it's job opportunities, all these things will always be thrown at you. But the fact that nobody stands out for you, that should not stand out as a feature in this forum at all, because that's not what we're here for. We're not here to stand up for you. We're just here to tell you how you're gonna deal with some of your challenges. So first and foremost, I want to talk about finances, and this is a function of many things, especially if you live in a country like Uganda. Many young guys like me are in Uganda right now, and they're going through all kinds of challenges, and it's a function of many things, and that's why I say this is not a political channel. But you could be in a situation where opportunities are passing you by, and you're not able to chase your dreams. You must understand that in life there is a time in which to do everything, and once you slip out of balance, once that time leaves you by just a mile or two, you're out by years to try and catch up. You see, everything is required to be done in a certain time, and once you miss the boat, then you start to chase it. Once you chase it, it becomes a never-ending chase, because there's always more things you're missing down the line. So that's a very, very technical challenge. So hopefully you can use my vlog to educate yourself, to see how you can stand out for yourself, and try and make things different. Now, I will address you by age bracket. Let's start with guys in their 20s. If you're in your 20s, this is the best of the best. No, it's not the best time to be a man. It's way too early for you to even be stressing about many things. Life has not yet thrown its big boys at you. You guys are in bliss right now. No stress. Take your time. Some of you are still living with your parents. That's fine. Take your time. Don't rush to leave home. Don't rush. That's a very big misconception. Very big. People make that mistake. It's not a must for you to leave your parents' home in your 20s. Galvanize. Take advantage of that free rent that you're being given, and do something about yourself, and do something about the fact that you would have been paying for it somewhere else. Also, spend some time with your parents. Your parents are growing old, and you don't even know how long they're going to be around. So it's a good thing to sort of pick up pace with them, catch up with them, get to know them deeper, let them get to know the man that you're becoming and the man that you wish to emulate and envisage and come out to be. So it's not a bad time for you to stay at home a little bit, just a little bit longer. If they've not chased you out yet, contribute to your home, contribute to your parents, give back when you need to, share as much as you can. It's not a bad thing. Every time you go to work, obviously I'm hoping that you're now in your first job or something like that. At least you've tried to get a job or something. Come back with a pint of milk, with some bread. There are some things that should now become known for you to buy. Like, nobody buys them. Everybody knows that you're the one who buys them. So you should keep it that way. Try and make sure that that's your value. That's what you bring to the home. And this is the time. Please, for goodness sake, don't get married during this time. No. It's way too early for yourself to get married. Take your time for study yourself, study people, study your weaknesses and your strength. Build yourself, build your character, set yourself in your own image, in your own shape, in your own form. What do you want to be? What do you want to become? What do you want to look like? What kind of man are you going to be? This is the time for you to start to look for the examples of men out there that you want to be like. And then for you to understand what it's going to take for you to be like those men, what it's going to cost you, how much it's going to... I was lucky when we were growing up, we were at university at that time, and we were very lucky to have spent some time with people like Elvis Sachanzi, Isaac Mulindwa, and Agase Kalala. Some of those guys had a group that we used to look at. At that point in time, we were in the university, we were in Makerere, and these guys had a group that used to do things, Palm Awards, launches, all kinds of drinks from the brewery, and somehow we got involved and we got associated with them. We were very lucky, but it also didn't come easy. It came from our own ingenuity. We got ourselves involved. We looked for these guys. We sought them out, and we connected and created a relationship. And we always used to look up to these guys. They used to drive very fancy cars. They had good jobs. They had good businesses. So they sort of imparted a picture of what we want, a mental picture of what we want to see. So the 20s, take your time. There's plenty of time to make mistakes. Have a bit of fun. If you need to, go out a bit, party, etc. If you can try and get property, but the kind of property you should be getting in your 20s really should not be your end stage property, like a house to live in, or etc. No, you should maybe pick up on cheap, simple retail property, like small rentals, cheap rentals. Buy small pieces of land, put on those 2-bedroom houses, Chisengediro, those ones. Buy them if you can. Don't put yourself on too much pressure. Don't do things that you can't do. Try and avoid debt in your 20s, huge heavy debt, because down the line it's just gonna destroy you and it's gonna create bigger challenges for you. If you must take it for commercial retail property. You can also get into commercial retail transportation. There are huge challenges around transport, but there are some people who have made it, so it's not bad. And in your 20s you can make as many mistakes. Then you get into the 30s. Now the 30s, you're now stepping it up. The 30s are the best, most prime time of your life. But then prime time really is 25 to 50. That's what you call prime time, But the sweetest spot of that prime time, the peak really, is your 30s, 30 to 40. And all the guys in this bracket, man, you guys, you have no idea how much we envy you, we lionize you, because that's the best time of your life. This is the time you have to be very strong, very powerful, very physically fit. You must look after your body. Think about it. All the top performers, all the top athletes, etc. Everybody peaks during their 30s. The Mike Tysons, what's this guy? Jimmy Floyd Mayweather, the Usykas and the Alexander Usyk and all these guys. All these guys have peaked in their 30s. 40s they start to decline. Evander Holyfield, George Foreman, all these guys. Cristiano Ronaldo. Footballers maybe might peak a little earlier. And that's a function of many other things, especially the fact that there's heavy competition right now. But the 30s to 40s are your prime time. That's the time you have top shape, top body, top health, and you should not waste it. You should not waste it in a lot of alcohol and drugs and sex and all the things weaken you. All these things make you weaker, You need to take advice from some of us so that we can help you so that you don't make mistakes along the journey. Because you can imagine if you're, one hangover in a month, that's fine. 3 hangovers is an overdose. It's like taking an overdose of a very bad toxic drug or any medicine that is bad for you, and you're taking it every 3 months, every 3 times every month. That's very dangerous and very bad for you. What you're doing is you're killing your liver, you're eating your kidneys, you're killing your pancreas. Very soon your physical shape's gonna go, your physiology is just gonna crumble and fall. You'll be lethargic, you'll be tired all the time, you have stress. It's almost like you're menopausal before you even hit your 40s. And that's because of intoxicants, If you're taking very immodest intoxicants and feeding them in your body, that's what you're just going to become a vessel of very, very, very toxic energy around your body. So look after your 30s, drink a lot of water. You must be very physically fit in your 30s. That's the best time to be physically fit. You have no excuse because your body can take it. Your body is at top shape. You've got everything you need. You've got your highest levels of testosterone are in your 30s. So you can carry things, you can run far, you can run fast. That's the best time for you to galvanize and make the most out of the moment. Yeah? In your 30s, if you want, you can get married in your 30s. Maybe you look for a woman. It'd be good to delay it even further, but you can look for a woman in the sense that you fall in love, genuine love. Don't just jump onto the next nice looking big bummed woman. It's not going to help you. It's going to cause you bigger problems, stress and challenges down the line. Get somebody who you must first of all be friends, understand each other, and then married. Especially if you have kids. If you guys get kids, and it obviously makes a lot of sense to get married because it's objective. It helps you to help the children grow up in a good environment. It's lionized. But always remember, the formula should have been that you have actively sought out for a wife, You have found her, you have checked her qualities, they are agreeable to your own, you have similar values, and then you can get married.